Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Friends, please like, share and subscribe to my channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to get the latest video updates. So friends, in this video we are going to do the class 8th chapter number 18 of science, which is pollution of air and water. And friends, we are going to do the question answers of this chapter. Now friends, let's move towards our first question. First question is that what are the different ways in which water gets contaminated. So friends, in the first question we have to tell that different ways in which water gets polluted. So the first way, in the answer, the first way that how the water gets polluted is by the agricultural chemicals. So the farmers use excessive amount of pesticides and fertilizers to increase the crop production, and these chemicals get carried away by the water bodies due to the rains and floods, which leads to the water pollution. So the first main reason of water pollution is agricultural chemicals. Now friends, the second point that we can write here is industrial waste. Industries also release harmful chemicals waste into the water sources, and thereby they pollute the water by these harmful chemicals. So this was the second point. And friends, the third point that we can write is sewage waste. The waste materials from the kitchens, toilets and laundry sources are also responsible for the polluting of water, because that polluted water just go to the water sources like rivers, lakes, etc. Okay friends, so this was our first question. Now let's move towards our second question, which is at an individual level how can you reduce the air pollution. So here in this question we have to tell the measures that how we can reduce the air pollution. So friends, here are the some measures that how we can control the air pollution or reduce the air pollution. So friends, first point is by avoiding the use of cars and using the public transport. So in the first point we can write is that we should avoid the use of cars, and we should use the public transport, so that a large number of people can go to their place that they want to go. Now friends, second point we will write that is by not using vehicles for short distances. If we have to go to the short distances, so we should not use the vehicles, because that pollute the environment and cause the air pollution. So we should not use the vehicle for short distances. Third point which we will write is that by using clean fuels such as LPG and CNG instead of petrol and diesel. So if we are using the LPG and CNG instead of petrol and diesel, so that will reduce the air pollution, and as they are clean fuels. Now friends, fourth point that we can write is always disposing the garbage properly and do not burning it. So if we are having the garbage, so we should not burn it, because that will cause air pollution, and we should dispose that garbage instead of burning it, and that will reduce the air pollution. Now friends, the last point that we can write is that controlling the emissions from vehicles and household chimneys. So we should control the pollution, control the smoke coming from the vehicles and the household chimneys. So these are the measures that how we can control the air pollution. Now friends, let's move towards our fifth question. Next question is explain the difference between pure and polluted air. So in this question we have to tell the difference between the pure and the polluted air. What is the difference between the pure and the polluted air? Okay friends, so our answer will be that pure air contains the 75% of nitrogen, 21% of oxygen and 0.03% of carbon dioxide, and other gases such as argon, methane, ozone and water vapors are also present in small quantities. And when this composition of air is altered by the addition of harmful substances or gases such as nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide, etc., the air is said to be polluted. So when it is the pure air is the air which contains the nitrogen, oxygen and carbon dioxide at the minimum and at the same amount. But polluted air is the air when this pure air gets contaminated with the harmful substances or gases like carbon dioxide, sorry, nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide and carbon monoxide, and this is the polluted air. Now friends, let's move towards our next question, which is draw the diagram of water treatment plant. So we have to draw the diagram of water treatment plant, that how the water is cleaned, and how the polluted water is turned into the pure water. Now friends, this diagram we can make in this question, in which there are four tanks. First is the sedimentation tank, where the water comes from the rivers and lakes, and then this cleared water is then sent to the filtering tank, where the water is filtered, and the filtered water is then transferred to the chlorination tank, and the chlorination tank the chlorine tablets are added to it, and then after these three processes the water gets clean, and that comes to the storage tank, and through the storage tank that comes to our homes. So in this way the water treatment plant works. Okay friends, so this was our fourth question. Now friends, next question is explain the traditional ways of purifying water. So we have to tell the ways that how we can purify water, how we can make the water clean, and we have to tell about the traditional ways of purifying water. So one of the traditional way of purifying water is boiling. Boiling is one of the best way to make the water fit for drinking, and in this method the water is boiled at a certain temperature by which the impurities and germs are killed by the heat. So boiling is the best way to make the water fit for drinking, to make the water pure, and in this method the water is boiled at a temperature. And why we use the boiling method? Because it kills the impurities and germs by the heat. Now friends, second way of purifying water is alum. Alum is also used to purify water, in which the alum absorb all the impurities from the water. So in this way the alum is used, and these are the two traditional ways of purifying water. Now friends, our next question is how we can reduce, reuse and recycle. So here we have to tell about the ways how we can reduce the use of water, how we can reuse the water, and how we can recycle the water. So friends, the first point that we can write is that we should turn off the taps while brushing. This is the way how we can reduce the water. Second point to reduce the water is we should mop the floor instead of washing it. Third point, that we should reuse the water used for washing vegetables to water the plants. Fourth point, we should make the leaked tap repaired. Fifth point, we should use bucket for bathing instead of shower. Sixth, we should use the method of rainwater harvesting, and in this way we can store the water. And seventh point we can write is that use half flush when the full flush is not required. So these are the points that we can write in this question, and how we can reduce, reuse and recycle the water. So friends, these were the questions of the chapter number 18, pollution of air and water. Thank you for watching friends. I hope all the questions are clear to you now friends. I will meet you in the next video with the new chapter. Till then, keep studying.